Casemiro has turned down a move to Bayern Munich this summer after recently holding talks with the German giants, according to Brazilian outlet Trivela. Any negotiations are said to have since ended after initial inquiries. Casemiro reportedly welcomed the interest, but was not compelled to leave Old Trafford by the financial package Bayern proposed. The former Brazil international only intends to leave United, per the reports in Brazil, if the move makes financial sense and offers an appealing project. Casemiro seemingly still want to stay playing at a top club in Europe that are capable of competing for trophies. Wolves forward Matheus Cunha has acknowledged being linked with Manchester United this summer after being interviewed by Globoesporte. "It's very gratifying to have the name linked to Manchester United," Cunha said. But the Brazil international also added, "These things, proposals, I'll leave to analyze when I get back." But the player is by no means unhappy in Wolverhampton. "I am very happy playing for Wolves," Cunha explained. "The club welcomed me in an incredible way, gave me all the support to be the protagonist that I have been, and I can only thank you." Matheus Cunha has provided his stance on a Manchester United move this summer. Brazilian side Corinthians reportedly wish to sign Manchester United's Facundo Pellistri. The Uruguayan winger started the season at the club but was unable to break into the first 11 with much success or frequency. He consequently went out on loan to Granada in January and played regularly in 15 games and scored twice and provided 2 assists. He is currently on international duty with Uruguay for the Copa America and scored his first ever international goal in a friendly victory over Mexico. The player's future at Old Trafford looks far from certain, and Brazilian side Flamengo harbor an interest in signing the South American. Brazilian outlet Gazeta Esportiva now report that Pellistri is wanted by yet another huge name in Brazil, Corinthians. Manchester United could reportedly use Bayern Munich's Matthijs de Ligt as bait to finally land Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong. Ever since Erik ten Hag became manager at the club in 2022, they have been linked to numerous former players and Dutch stars. Whilst the coach has signed previous players like Lisandro Martinez and Antony, he has also showed an interest in players like Cody Gakpo and Denzel Dumfries. With United aiming to strengthen both their centre-back and midfield department, it is somewhat inevitable that de Ligt and de Jong's name will pop up once more, especially in the context that both could genuinely be sold this summer. Football 365 state that reports in Spain claim that Barcelona president, Joan Laporta, is willing to sell the 27-year-old for as little as €60 million, £51 million, when he was valued at around €85 million 2 years ago. It is claimed that de Jong's continuity at Barca is once again in question as Barcelona need to free up some space on the wage bill and he does not want to lower his salary. It is also reported that everything indicates that Matthijs de Ligt will leave Bayern Munich this summer and head to Manchester United. Interestingly, Football 365 also relay that de Ligt is de Jong's best friend in football and could help convince him to relocate from Barcelona to Manchester. The 2024 summer transfer window has been open 5 days now, and Manchester United have not made a sale or purchase. However, according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano, United are also starting to focus on strengthening in midfield. In his daily briefing, Romano says, "I'm hearing that in the last 24 to 48 hours, United made some inquiries on the market over a new midfielder. They are exploring options in midfield, especially in the case of Casemiro leaving, which remains a strong possibility. United are assessing options and have started to make moves to strengthen their midfield. We will see who it's going to be and what United are going to do, but for sure they are going to be really busy in the next weeks, so keep an eye on potential new arrivals at centre-back, left-back, striker, and midfield." Manchester United target Joshua Zirkzee is reportedly keen to stay in Italy. Juventus and AC Milan have both been heavily linked to the Netherlands striker over the last few weeks, but Manchester United's name has burst onto the scene in recent days. There have been numerous reports lately that Milan are unwilling to pay Zirkzee's agent, Kia Joorabchian's huge agent fees of €15 million. This has opened the door to Manchester United, and the English club have reportedly asked Zirkzee to wait until July to make a decision about his future, as that is when his €40 million release clause becomes active. In addition, news broke yesterday that United were preparing a bid for the player and had contact with the player's representatives over a summer move. La Gazzetta dello Sport have contradicted recent reports of positivity for United, however, by stating that the player would prefer to stay in Serie A at this point. The Italian outlet claims that United are interested but have not made official proposals yet, as they aim to take advantage of Milan's inaction. However, it is reported that Xerxes has made it clear several times that he wants to stay in Italy, if possible.
Man United are going to make signing a new striker one of their leading objectives in this summer's transfer window. In recent seasons, few have mastered the art of scoring goals better than Lille striker Jonathan David. After joining the French club from Belgian side Gent in August 2020, he has plundered 84 goals in 183 appearances across all competitions. On reflection, the €30 million they splashed out on him was a snip. After scoring 13 and 19 goals in each of his first 2 seasons at Lille respectively, the Canadian international has got close to smashing his way through the 30-goal barrier in each of the last 2 campaigns, plundering 26 apiece in 2020-23 and 2023-24. His consistently strong output means he is on the verge of breaking into the category of elite strikers, alongside some of Europe's biggest names. And with just 1 year left on his contract, it is hardly surprising that some of Europe's biggest clubs are being linked with his signature. In midweek, reports elsewhere claimed David had made his way onto a 3-man striker shortlist that Manchester United have drawn up for this summer's transfer window, following confirmation that Anthony Martial will leave the club when his contract expires on June the 30th. United's centre-forward options will consist of Rasmus Højlund and him only. The Dane, 21, is crying out for some support and competition at the tip of United's attack. United have identified the attack as one of the areas they must strengthen as a leading priority this summer. As a result of Martial's brittleness, manager Erik ten Hag has been forced to insert a square peg in a round hole when Højlund has been unavailable. It is no secret that United are going to have box clever with their recruitment drive this summer, remaining mindful of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. PSR. The club needs to raise as much money as possible via player sales. At the same time, however, they have got to improve the squad, and bringing in a striker will be key to that mission. In David, should United decide to pursue a move for him, they would inherit a forward who knows where the net is. The 24-year-old has reached double figures in each of the last 6 seasons. His hauls of 26 goals in each of the last 2 campaigns represent the highest returns of his career thus far. Many might argue that League One and the Belgian top flight are not as challenging as the Premier League, but he boasts a better record than Højlund did prior to his move to Old Trafford almost 12 months ago, and the latter enjoyed a respectable first season in England, scoring 16 times. As a caveat, however, it must be acknowledged that David is 3 years older, establishing himself as a prolific source of goals for Lille since his move to France 4 years ago. David has cemented himself as their poster boy. That means they will be doing everything within their powers to keep hold of him this summer and tie him down to a new contract. However, now that he is about to enter the final 12 months of his current deal, it means Lille Chiefs will become conscious of the fact he could walk away for free in a year's time. That means should no progress be made over a new deal, they may be prepared to cash in this summer for a cut price fee. As per Transfermarkt, David's current market value stands at €50 million, £42.2 million at current exchange rate, meaning that already represents a respectable price for a player who has scored 52 goals over the last 2 seasons. Taking his contractual situation into account, that could drop by another £10 million or so. Lille are worried about losing David for free in a year's time. A fee around the £30 million mark could be very enticing for a lot of clubs this summer. In this current climate, a fee around that mark would represent value for money when you analyze David's record, his age and his profile as a player. Quick, an excellent finisher and also a creator, highlighted by his return of 9 assists in 2023-24, he ticks a variety of boxes. David, too, is also a mobile operator, capable of running with the ball and stretching opposition defenses.